to the voices of the vulnerable, the damaged, and the lost of the whole world by establishing a fund for the lost and the damaged. Let me therefore commend you, Mr. President, for your leadership, your stamina and dedication for steering us through barriers, through challenges, for reaching a historic consensus. We have struggled for 30 years on this path, and today in Sharm el-Sheikh, this journey has achieved its first positive milestone. The establishment of a fund is not about dispensing charity. It is clearly a down payment on the longer investment in our joint futures. It is a down payment and an investment in climate justice. I thank everyone, especially our partners and the United Nations, as well as the Secretary General, for responding in a huge way while acknowledging the catastrophic floods in Pakistan that impacted 33 million people and resulted in losses and damages of over $30 billion. Mr. President, we are also encouraged by the decision on the operationalization of the Santiago network on loss and damage. Through constructive engagement, all parties were able to arrive at a consensus that puts the network on a firm institutional footing with an advisory board and a secretariat, with a host to be selected through a robust process. Through the network, we look forward to seeing enhanced catalyzation and provision of technical assistance to all our developing countries to better equip us in averting, minimizing, and addressing the losses and damages arising from the adverse and accelerated impacts of climate change. Mr. President, on some of the other issues of significance to the group, let me state that 1. We regret that for the new collective quantified goal, we did not manage to agree on substantive guidance for the work in 2023 and 2024, but we are glad that we will finally see a work plan for this issue soon. 2. While we note progress on the GGA work program, we regret that substantive elements of the framework could not be elaborated, as was requested by many members of our group. In this context, we look forward to working with partners to elaborate the indicators, matrix, and targets. 3. We welcome the report and recommendations of the KCI, and we want to express our serious concern on the lack of progress on the midterm review of the work plan of the Forum and the KCI. We also emphasize the importance of advancing the work of the Forum and KCI to support the developing countries to understand, assess, and address the impacts of the implementation of response measures. 4. We are concerned about the lack of progress here on the deficit in financing, the formulation and implementation of national adaptation plans. These are crucial tools for countries struggling to build resilience against climate stress. And finally, we welcome the first joint work program of the technology mechanism for 2023 to 2027 and look forward to its effective implementation with adequate and predictable financial resources assured by the developed countries. In the end, Mr. President, allow me to reiterate that the Group of 77 and China will continue to support the climate change negotiation process in forging common ground for reclaiming our planet for our today, our present, as well as our future generations. As the new Executive Deputy Secretary General just said, it is to 2030 we must all look, and this is the decisive decade for us. Thank you very much.
बराए माहौलियात शहरी रहमान COP 27 के मौके पर G77 इजलास से खिताब कर रही थीं। COP 27 के इजलास में सैलाब से मुतासरा ममालिक के लिए मस्बत खबरें भी सामने आई हैं, जिसमें अक़वाम मुत्तहिदा के इस COP 27 के इजलास पे माहौलियाती तब्दीलियों से मुतासरा तरक्की पजीर ममालिक को मुआवजा देने का मुआहदा तय पा गया है, जिसका वजीर माहौलियात शहरी रहमान ने खैर मकदम किया है।